Hello everyone, my name is Haven, and today I am playing the Horrorscope. It was a game that was on Steam for like a couple dollars, so I figured why not play it and try it out and see what I think of it. So I think this is one of those games where I'm gonna have to do a lot of reading, which seems to be a new thing for me lately. So I guess with that being said, let's jump right into this. Oh no, it's like RPG element kind of thing. Now, in order to begin, this is the most important part of this entire experience. You will be asked a series of questions and you must answer them honestly. Now, when I say answer them honestly, I don't mean answer them how you'd like to answer them. Answer them with truth, even if that's hard to face. We all want a positive outcome. We don't always get what we want, however. What you'll find here may be disturbing. The truths you uncover. Do you want the truth? If you're sure, then continue. Alright, the process is very simple in theory. Just answer a long series of questions. You see, as long as you're honest with these questions and answers, you'll be able to see your own future here. As long as the answers you provide to the questions asked are 100% honest and true, this process will simply unlock a part of your mind that you do not have natural access to. Interesting. Call it natural intuition, a sixth sense, if you will. This is you. This is your own mind. This is simply nature taking its course. This is the human brain working as a defense mechanism. While attempting to answer many of these questions, you'll often wonder things like, well, this answer depends on the circumstances. Create your own circumstances in your mind and answer the questions with a simple yes or no as you see fit. You may not understand or realize it, but your mind will develop the situation required to answer your question the way it needs to be answered. I invite you to grab a drink of water, sit back, relax, and enjoy the experience. We are about to begin with a series of questions, and provided that you're willing to participant, we will be unlocking some substantial information today. Most likely information that you could regret learning. Ready, set, go. Are you afraid of the dark? Of course I am. I've always been afraid of the dark, honestly. I'm as an adult now, I'm not as afraid, but deep down I still am. I'm not like high school girl, like lights go out, scream afraid of the dark, but like I kind of just sit there and I try to like peer into the darkness, but of course your mind tries to play tricks on you and you think something's there when it's really not. But yeah, essentially I am afraid of the dark. Would you consider yourself to be a loner? To some degree, yes. I mean, especially lately, I have been. But for the most part, it wasn't a very voluntary thing. It just ended up becoming a thing over time, and I just got used to it to the point that it was weird being around a bunch of people, and it still is to some degree. Do you ever feel alone, even when in a crowd? Yeah, I'm always feeling alone. Even at work, when I'm surrounded by a bunch of people, I still feel alone because it's like, what goes on in my head, I know obviously it doesn't go on in other people's heads, but it's like when you want to talk about these things, you know you have certain people you can go to and talk to. Well, there's some people you can't because they don't understand. Either they don't really understand the subject matter or they just don't care. So, yeah, I do in most cases feel alone. If you knew the day of your best friend's death, would you tell them? No, I wouldn't. And I say that because the idea of knowing, I don't think any of my friends would want to know. That's just knowing my friends who I know. They wouldn't want to. In fact, I don't think very many people want to know when they die because then it's like the pressure that each day comes, you get a little closer and you start to feel anxiety and you go crazy and you start becoming paranoid. Even when you, at first, you're like, it's whatever. Oh, that's forever away from here, or that's next week, or whatever, It's like some people react differently. In most cases, once you get closer to your death date, you start freaking out and like, oh, I don't want to die, stuff like that. So no, I wouldn't tell them. Have you ever been in a physical fight? No, never in my life. Not a real fight. I mean, I've been in like almost fights, and I've been in like, altercations with like my siblings or whatever, or whoever, but I've never actually been in like a fight where it's like everything's just going down. So, are you uncomfortable in deep open water? I wouldn't know. I probably wouldn't, considering I don't know how to swim. So probably not. Or I probably am uncomfortable in deep open water. If you could give up your friends to become rich and famous, would you? No. I mean, I'd want them to be there along the way, you know? It's kind of boring when you do it by yourself. If you looked into a crystal ball and saw that the love of your life was going to hurt you badly, would you leave them? I suppose in a way it does depend on the circumstance, but no, I wouldn't leave them. Because it really would have to depend on the It's one thing if they lied to me to protect me and it made sense, or whatever, you know, there's a variety of things. I think that could go to where they hurt you, but it made sense. But then there's a lot of things like, oh, they cheated on you or slept with somebody or whatever, you know. I mean, it just depends on the relationship, how you view the relationship. Like, are you the kind of person that's willing to forgive and try to make things work and try to work on things? Or are you someone that's like, oh, I can't do that. No, this is not going to work, you know? For me, I don't think I would leave them. And I say that because I've been in a lot of relationships and I've been in some bad ones, you know, and there are times where it's like, you know, you want to try to fix things, you know, especially if the other person's really sorry about it, you know. It's hard to really answer this. So, would you leave them? I guess go basing on my natural instincts. No, I wouldn't. Would you consider yourself to be courageous? No, not by a long shot. Would you consider yourself to be a shallow person? Sometimes, but no, not all the time. Do you fear the unknown? Yes, I do. And, well, I don't fear it. I just want to understand it. I want to know what's out there. So I guess I wouldn't really fear it. I'm not scared of, like, you know, if like somebody with special powers came out of it. I probably wouldn't be. I mean, I'd be scared if they're threatening, but I wouldn't be scared if it was like, oh, they're cool or whatever, you know. So really, I'm not really scared of the unknown. I just want a better understanding of it. So, does answering a ringing phone give you anxiety? No, actually, it does not. If you found a suitcase full of money, would you keep it? Circumstantial. That's a very circumstantial question. But no, I've found money several times, even at work, you know, where I just see it on the ground and I always turn it in. I mean, I'm at this point where I just get no benefit out of stealing, I suppose. Especially since I have a job. Like, there's no sense in stealing. Does the name John mean anything to you? No. I mean, I know somebody named John. I probably know a couple people named John, but it doesn't mean anything to me. Would you consider yourself to be manic? I don't think so, no. Do you get bored easily? Yes. Do you ever take dangerous and unnecessary risks? Not like I used to. I mean, it's not like I used to take extremely dangerous risks. But, I mean, like, I didn't do anything that was, like, you know, I didn't do anything like skydiving type stuff. No, it was just, like, basic stuff. So, probably not. Would you consider yourself to be a thrill seeker? No, not anymore. And that's depressing, because I used to be. When you die, would you like to be cremated? It would make sense, yeah. It would make more sense. No need to bury people when you only see them like once every, you know, maybe once a year or whatever. Like, it would make more sense that if people really want to remember me, they can just think about me, not like visit my grave, you know, just think about me. So yes, I would like to be cremated. Would you ever kill an animal under any circumstances? No, it depends on the circumstances, I suppose. I don't think I've ever killed an animal. So would I ever? Probably not. I have a hard time killing bugs unless they are like mosquitoes or anything invading my personal space, you know. So no, I wouldn't. Would you consider yourself to be romantic? Yes, I do. I'm not going to explain that in any way. That's my secret. So, are you a jealous person? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be an empathetic person? Yes. Do you like animals more than people? I suppose. I mean, because they're like children. You get to love on them, and they don't judge you in any way. So, to a degree, yes. Are you a virgin? No, I'm not. This is all very interesting. Do you love your mother? Interesting question. I'm not going to go into my history about this question. If you know me, you know me, and you know my relationship with my mother. But I care about her to a degree. I don't think I love her. And if, Mom, you're watching this, I'm sorry. That's just the truth. I don't love you, but I mean, I care about you to a degree. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. But I'm not like, yeah, I love my mom. No, I don't love my mom. I don't even love my siblings. I think the only person in my family that isn't my son that I love would probably be my cousin. And that's because she's never really ever done me any kind of wrong in any way. And I mean, I'm not judging my family based on how they've wronged me in any way, but my cousin, she's just badass, So, yeah, I just don't love my mother. Do you love your father? Well, when we're speaking father, my biological father, I can't love him if I don't know him. And my stepdad, I didn't love him either. But I gave a decent amount of concern to him. I have had bad history with him too, so it's not like I can really say I love him. So no. Do you enjoy taking long, relaxing walks? No. I do plenty of walking. Actually, I do actually. I just don't do it anymore. Yeah, I don't really walk anymore. I mean, besides at work or whatever, like when I'm working or going around places. But I don't walk just for leisure, But I do enjoy it. I used to. Listen to music, play Pokemon Go. So I'll say yeah. Is Halloween one of your favorite holidays? Yeah, I'll take it as yeah. Do you believe in a higher power of any kind? I believe in something's out there. I just don't know what exactly. If Satan were watching your every move and you knew it, would you feel uncomfortable? No. I honestly already feel like he does. Do you partake in any form of drug activity? No, not anymore. And, I mean, these are CBD, so I don't really consider these drugs. I don't smoke weed. I don't do any drugs at all. Besides, if you want to call that a drug. So I'm going to say this as no. But, I mean, that's kind of I suppose, a personal thing. Like what I may consider drugs, you may not type thing. So, no. Do you drink alcohol? Not anymore. I haven't drunk in a while. Do you have any sexual fetishes or fantasies that you'd consider bizarre or uncommon? Not anymore, considering it's 2022. I'm not into any crazy stuff, but there are certain things that I am into that wouldn't have been normal 10 years ago. I'll say that much. Very interesting. Do you thrive under pressure? No. I don't think I do. I don't believe I do. I might, but thinking about it, I don't think I do. No. If you could end the world with the push of a button, would you do it? This would be one of those questions to ask my best friend. He would tell you, yeah, he would. Just in a heartbeat, he would. Me, no. I don't think I would. Because I want to see humanity thrive and flourish. I want to see us go as far as we can. So, no. Do you sometimes hope for the coming of a zombie apocalypse? No. I'd think it'd be very anticlimactic in our circumstance. Have you ever killed an animal? With my car? I think I did, yes. But other than that, no. So, if you had to resort to cannibalism to survive, would you be able to? No. Not unless you gave me the food. Not unless you killed the person, cooked the meat, and didn't tell me. I mean, I probably would eat it if you did tell me. I don't know how I'd feel about it. It's one of those questions where you really don't know unless you've been in that situation. So, if you had the resort to survive, would you be able to? I mean, it's kind of a hard question to answer. I'll just say yes. Do you like guns? Yeah. I don't own any, but I like them. Do you like knives or other blades? Yes, I do. Do you like blunt objects such as hammers and bats? I mean, I don't like them like, oh wow, I'm fascinated with them in any way, no. But, I mean, I guess if it came to like something like a Renaissance fair type shit or a medieval thing, maybe. But I don't, not proactively. Do you believe in aliens? Of course. Theoretically, if you had the opportunity to go to space on an alien vessel, yes, I would. If you could leave Earth and go to space, never, yes, I would. Did you know that over 20% of koala bears have chlamydia? No, I did not. Maybe that's where we got it from. No, I'm BSing with that. No, I mean, I know where chlamydia comes from, so I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that. That one wasn't really relevant. I just thought it was interesting. Oh, okay. Are you alone right now? To a degree, yes. Are you sure? Well, if you're talking about in-game, no. It's obviously you and me. Or if we're talking YouTube, obviously my audience is going to be there. But in this current moment, while I'm recording this, yes, I'm sure. Do you get starstruck easily? No. Have you ever said a prayer? Yes. Do you believe in magic? I want to believe in magic. And not like Chris Angel magic. Do you believe in angels? Yeah. Do you believe in demons? Yeah. If you knew you could summon a demon, would you do it? Depends on the demon. And it depends on if they are loyal or not. That's the thing I'm looking for. So yeah, I put yes. Speaking of demons, have you played other games released by random studios such as The Summoning, The Twins, The Test, or perhaps even Naked News? I didn't know that. I know there was a YouTube channel called Naked News, which is very interesting. But no, I have not. You really should. They're pretty epic. I'm not biased at all. Alright, now that the shameless plug is over, let's continue. If you could travel back in time, would you? Yes. Do you like horror movies? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be evil? No. I think if I was to look at myself objectively, I'm like the furthest thing from evil, sadly. Oh wait, I think I put no. I should have put no. I accidentally put, I'm sorry. I wish I could go back. Would you consider anyone to be evil? Yeah. I would consider some people. If 1% of the population are sociopaths, which means that out of 100 people that you've encountered in your life, you've met at least one sociopath. Chances are you speak to a few of them on a daily basis. Did you know that? Kind of, because I heard of the whole like 1 out of 10 people are like serial killers or whatever, or have murdered somebody and you just don't know it yet. I've heard. So is that even close to being relevant as this? I think it would be, right? Because being a sociopath, maybe being a killer, or on the same, or have killed somebody is kind of on the same level. So I'll say yeah. Do you think that you could potentially be a sociopath? Probably. It's not something I would think about, but I'm sure I feel like there is something dark inside of me. So sure, yeah. It's better to kill than be killed, right? Yeah. It depends on the circumstances, but I think in most cases, yeah. If it's your life or protecting somebody, you're obviously going to want to kill somebody if it means, especially if they have a weapon, and that could potentially hurt you or somebody around you. So, yeah. Do you think that stealing from big corporations is acceptable? To a degree, yes, I do. And it's because that they hoard so much money, and that's all it's there for, is to be hoarded. And while the rest of us are starving and dying and trying to make a better lives for ourselves, it's hard because we're kept in this position where we can never advance unless we create something different, which you can't, or create something new, which you can't, because you're stuck working these 9 to 5 jobs, 5 to 7 days a week, making the bare minimum that any company can legally give you. Oh yeah, they give you raises here and there, but is it really much of a raise if it's like $2-3 over the course of a year or even 5 years? It's not much. You're still not making a whole lot. But yeah, so I'll say yes, it is acceptable. Are you afraid of anyone in your life? Currently, I don't think so. I don't think so. No. Do you enjoy gambling? No. Are you afraid of spiders? Yes. Do you believe in legendary monsters such as Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster? Those, I feel like while I've heard that they are myths, that they are genuine myths that people have created, I do think there were probably creatures that were of like Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster that no longer exists. And those that did or anything that may have come out as such is probably just an evolutionary defect, if it makes sense, like they're not supposed to be here, but evolution, some animal gave birth to this creature, and it basically looked unnatural to what we're used to, like if a monkey and a bear had a baby type stuff and the Bigfoot came out, that kind of thing, it would look unnatural. So I don't say no. I can't really think of legendary monsters. So, do you believe in vampires? I want to believe. I want to believe in vampires so much. But yes. Do you believe in basically werewolves? Not necessarily. If we're talking about people that can turn into wolves, no. If we're talking about like wolves that would look like they are bigger and more vicious and bloodthirsty or whatever, and have a weakness to silver, maybe, but I don't think it's probable, which is strange coming from somebody who says that they want or they hope that vampires are real. So no. Do you have any addictive personality? Do you have an addictive personality? Yes, I do. Do you like to cook? I don't exactly say. I can't say that I like to cook, but I can't say I don't like to cook. But I'll say yeah. Would you say that you're a confident person? Depending on the circumstances, yeah. When it comes to my own, like if it comes to helping other people, yeah. But when it comes to helping myself, basically no. So I'll say no, because I want to say that this is more directed towards myself. Do you think you're physically attractive? No. Do you think that you'd make a good romantic partner? Yes. Do you lie to people on a daily basis? No. I maybe I do. I think I probably do, but I try to be as honest as I can with people. But I probably do lie to people on a daily basis. I think we all do in some instance or another. Do you suffer from anxiety? Yes. Do you suffer from depression? Yes. Do you exercise daily? No. Do you stay hydrated? I try to. Are you afraid of drowning? Who isn't? Are you afraid of home invasion? Yeah. Have you ever broken a bone? No. If a killer were in your house, would you run or fight? I would run. How do you answer that? How do you answer that? If a killer were in your house, would you run or fight? Yes. Yes, I would run or fight. Or I guess the question, okay, if we're going to look at this question objectively, would you run or fight? I would have to, I suppose. Would you run or fight? Not like would you run or would you fight, but would you run or fight if the situation came down to it? Yeah. I wouldn't just stand there. If your house was on fire and you could safely get out, but in order to save your family or pets, you'd have to venture back in and sacrifice your life to save theirs, would you do it? Yeah. If you contracted a fatal, incurable disease that only gave you 3 years to live, would you try to pass it on to someone else intentionally? No. If you were being haunted by an evil spirit, would you continue to stay in the house? I would have to, sadly. If I told you that you are currently being haunted by an evil spirit, would you believe me? Yeah. Is money one of your favorite things? No. Do you like quiet, relaxing music? I do. I do like quiet, relaxing music. Not to say that I don't listen to it very often. It's not asking if I listen to quiet, relaxing music. It's asking, do I like it? And yes, I do. Do you enjoy it? Yes. Are you afraid of dolls? No. Once bitten, twice shy. Do you agree with this expression? I don't know what it means. It might be a vampire thing, I'm guessing. I can't answer. Hold on, let me look this up. Once bitten, twice shy. Once bitten, twice shy. Meaning. So it says, used to mean that a person who has failed or been hurt when trying to do something is careful or fearful about doing it again. Okay. So, no. Do you believe in love at first sight? I've actually had that a couple times. Do you believe in the idea of soulmates? I do, but I think the idea of soulmates is something that's kind of thing that we kind of want to believe. But I think that whoever we're meant to be with, we're meant to be with. And if that time is short, the time is short. So, no. Have you ever had a one-night stand? I suppose. If the one-night... I don't think I've... Okay, I think I have at least once or twice. Do you have a sweet tooth? Yes. Do you enjoy a bit of drama and chaos in life to keep things interesting? Yes. I think we all do as humans. Do you like fire? Yes. Is there anything that you're passionate about in life? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be a gentle person? Yeah. Are you afraid of conflict? Yes, I am. Have you any of these questions made you nervous? No. Maybe they made me think, if anything. Are you feeling relaxed at this moment? Yeah. Do you think anyone hates you? I would imagine so. It'd be weird if I didn't have anybody hate me. So, yeah, I have people who hate me. Do you hate anyone in particular? No. I don't think I could ever really hate somebody. I can dislike people, but I don't think I could ever hate somebody. Are you prone to holding grudges? Not holding grudges, but I can have a personal disdain towards somebody if I'm around them enough. It's because it usually starts off as me disliking them, but then I develop this idea of hating them. I convinced myself to hate them, or not hate them, but dislike them to the point where I guess it's like the same as holding a grudge, to where anytime I'm around them, I just want to just get mad at them for no reason. But I don't hold grudges. Forgive, but never forget. Do you agree with this statement? To a degree, yeah, but I'm the kind of person that's like, I'm willing to give a chance if it's necessary, but if I know that you're a terrible person, then yeah, I'll forgive you, but I won't forget what you've done. I'm kind of on the fence with this one, but I'll say yeah. Everything happens for a reason, yeah. Do you like explosions? I think anybody who's a man, and some women, enjoy explosions. Do you enjoy the smell of burning firewood? Yeah. Are you afraid of flying? Yes and no. I'm gonna say no because I would love to be able to like fly, like, you know, Superman fly. I've flown in a plane before and I was never scared, but I'm scared of heights essentially. So it's not that I'm scared of flying, I'm just scared of heights. Are you afraid of driving? No. Though people make me nervous. Do you think that war between nations is healthy? No. And I only say this is because, it made sense back in the day. Survival of the fittest, only the strong survive. Well, and the strong are the ones who produce strong humans, as we reproduce, the strongest reproduce and the weakest, die off. That's animalistic in nature. It doesn't matter who you are. You can look at me and say that's wrong or right or whatever, but animalistically in nature, the strong have to survive. It's the only way to keep the human race going. So, while at the time I did think war between nations was healthy, war between nations now is more of a financial gain than anything. There's no benefit. We don't really take land anymore, even though I know Russia's going and trying to take Ukraine. But they're not taking it because they want the country back. They're taking it because they want something in Ukraine. Makes sense. Same thing with China. China wants Taiwan, even though they're not taking it, but they want Taiwan. I don't think because they want the nation, because for more land, they want it because it's something Taiwan has that they want. It makes sense. But war nowadays doesn't benefit the human race at all. It really doesn't. If anything, we need to come together and start expanding and trying to be better. So no. Would you consider yourself to be an open-minded? Yes. Do you ever dream about being chased? Not anymore. Do you ever dream about hurting someone else? No. Would you consider yourself to be a violent person? No. Far from it. If I were to tell you that hell was coming for you, would you know what I meant? I know that the hell itself isn't coming to me, like all the demons of hell and the devil, but I would think that, well, maybe something bad's about to happen to me, if that's what you meant, but I don't know what you mean, so I no. If your answers to these questions could supernaturally predict your potential fate, would you believe it and use it as a cautionary procedure to change your future and save your own life? Yeah, that's good to know. Would you consider yourself to be incredibly self-aware? Yes, too self-aware. If I told you that mirrors were a gateway to another realm, would you believe me? Probably. Can you feel something watching you right now? No. Can you hear the whispers yet? No. Do you feel cold? No, I'm actually pretty hot. It'd be nice if it felt a little cool in here. Do you feel uneasy? No. I feel chill right now, actually. Do you feel like something's coming? No, I don't. I feel chill right now. If something were coming, do you have a good idea of what it might be? No. It's all you, man. This is all you. You're the one guessing my fate here at this point. Do you enjoy the taste of blood? What depends, I suppose. I've only had drops of blood, and it's not exactly a pleasurable taste. But I wouldn't know if it came to a cup of blood. I have no idea. So it's a hard question. I'll say yes, just for the sake of the drops of blood, but would you rather bleed out than be set on fire? Yeah. Would you help your friend cover up a murder they committed? It's a hard question to ask. It really is. Because if it's an unjust, if it's a murder, hey, I'm gonna go kill this person just because I want to, and I want you to be involved, or not even be involved, but they tell me, or whatever, I'm gonna say something, because that's just not right. Taking somebody else's life, it's not right at all. But if it was they killed somebody to protect themselves or people that they care about, and this person was going to hurt them in any way, then yeah, I probably would, and I'd say, hey, it's justified. This person was going to hurt people if they weren't stopped, and clearly if it got to this point, that means that the cops were no help, or there was no help involved. So yeah, I'll say yeah. Do you think about death often? Yes. Do you think you'd survive if you had to fight off a pack of wolves barehanded? Probably not. Would you stay overnight in a haunted house by yourself if someone dared you to do it? I want to, but part of me says no. Not unless somebody was with me. But considering by yourself, no. If someone were trying to kill you, do you think you could take their life if you had to? No. But I would turn off that part of the brain and do it. If your mother turned into a zombie, do you think you have a... Yep. Not even thinking about it. If there's a hell, do you think you're going there? Yep, I do. I do a lot of good in my life, and I don't brag about it. I don't ever brag about it. But I know I do a lot of good in my life, and I do think that I deserve to be in hell. I do think that my life is not worth being in a better spot, or my soul is worth being in a better place. Do I want to go to hell? No. I would rather go be trapped on earth forever than go to hell or heaven. But yeah, I think I would go to hell. Have you ever attempted to contact spirits? Through a Ouija board? No. Or through a medium? No. But I have tried to talk to spirits, just in general, hey, how you doing? That type of stuff. So yeah. Have you ever had a sudden urge to jump from in front of a car? Yes. Have you ever had a sudden urge to push someone in front of a car? No. If you were a witness to a murder and the killer threatened you, if you told anyone, would you go to the police? Yeah, I would. I would do it in a way that they wouldn't know, because how long is it gonna take? I mean, it's so crazy that a murderer will, especially if it's a friend or something like that, they threaten you to, if you tell anybody, oh, I'm gonna kill you or whatever, and then years go by and then you go tell the cops, and it's the person gets arrested and it's just this could have been solved earlier. This could have been solved years ago, and yet this person clearly didn't do anything. But I guess it's all circumstantial. So, would you go to the police? Yes. Have you ever seen a ghost or anything supernatural that you couldn't explain? Yes. In various instances, yes. I can say that much. I would say, but it's a couple stories and too long. If you could come back as a ghost, would you choose to haunt someone or make their life hell? Yeah. If you could make a deal with the devil in exchange for your soul, would you take the opportunity to make the deal? Yeah. Yeah, I would. If someone were hiding in your room right now and I told you exactly where they were, would you check? Yeah, sure. Tell me. I want to know. Are you concerned that someone might be hiding in your room currently? No, but I want to know. Do you ever worry that someone might be living in your house without your knowledge? I thought I heard something. It's probably the cat. No, I don't worry about it. There's just no possible way. And trust me, there's no possible way. Unless they live under the house. Are you afraid of leaving your feet to hang off the edge of the bed? Yes, I've always had that fear. As a kid as well. I don't know why. I've always... you always hear the stories about it, but for some reason I believed it. Mentally, I believed it. Part of me is obviously that's not true. But another part of me is but what if it was? So, yeah, okay. Have your feet ever been pulled while you've been sleeping? No. Have you ever felt like you were falling or only to suddenly awake from... Yes, actually. Do you realize that you might be incredibly up? You're just preaching to the choir on this one, my guy. You're preaching to the choir on this one. I've always known I've been fucked up. If you were crazy, you wouldn't know you were crazy. Do you understand? Maybe I want to be crazy. But, I understand. If you could read people's minds and know exactly what everyone's thinking at all times, would you allow yourself that power? It's a hard question. Would I be Xavier or would I not be? I don't know. That is a good question. Yeah, I would. I would be okay with it. It'd probably be annoying at first, but I think I'd get used to it. If you could rob a bank and get away with it, would you do it? No. I don't. I mean, as much as I would need the money, they have to run for the rest of my life because they probably know who I am. It's not worth it. If you could turn invisible, would you spy on people? Yeah. I think everybody would. Are you afraid of death? You've already asked this question. Does the thought that there might be nothing after our... Okay, does the thought that there might be nothing after our life bother you? Yes. Does the thought that there might be an afterlife bother you? No. Are you afraid of being abandoned? No, I think I'm already there. And that's strange to say because I have friends, family, blah, blah, blah. But I do think that if I was to die today, and I thought about this the other day actually, if I was to die today, nobody would really know except for people in the immediate area. Like people at work, work would know. I would imagine, or they probably would think I quit. So they probably wouldn't know. Work would probably think I quit, so that's probably out of the question. My mom doesn't really reach out to me that very often. There are some people that probably would notice, but I think overall, I think no one would really realize I was gone if I died. Not very many people. It would take a long time, I would imagine, for people to realize that something's not right, that no one's heard from me. So, but that's not even part of the question. But are you afraid of being abandoned? No, I'm not. Because I feel like in some aspect I'm already there, to a certain level. Are you afraid of dying alone? We all die alone. Are you afraid of being lied to by the ones you love? No. Do you think the ones around you would betray you? No. Do you have a hard time trusting people? No. Do you feel alone in a crowd? You've already asked something similar to this. I think I said yes. Yeah, I did. Do you feel like you understand others fairly well, but others have a difficult time understanding you? Yeah, I do actually. And it's because I can pick up on people pretty quickly, depending on who you are. In most cases, I can't figure people out, but a lot of people are always surprised by me. It's so interesting. People are always surprised by me. So, do you feel slightly more comfortable at this point? I mean, I've always been comfortable. Yeah, we'll see, yeah. Do you feel safe? Marginally, yeah. Do you feel like you could be easily fooled by loved ones? No. No. Do you enjoy being dominated? By women? Yeah, I do. Only if it's like a in the moment kind of stuff. Not like I want, like if it comes to a woman, it's like I enjoy the dominating women because it's like they have control over not only themselves and their life, but they can control themselves in any situation, and I like that. It kind of very attractive to me. I also like submissive people as well, but I don't know. There's something about being dominated by someone. Like when it's like redheaded women kind of stuff, how, they say redheaded women are fierce, something along the lines of that. So, yeah, I'll say that. Do you enjoy dominating over others? No, I don't. If you could live like royalty, would you? Probably not. I mean, would having the money be nice? Yeah, of course. But I don't think I would like the idea of being worshipped in any way as royalty or having the prestigious status. I'd rather be like Jesus, someone who's known but isn't famous, If you could travel anywhere in the world once, instantly and for free, but you may never return to this particular place again return to that particular place again once you left, would you do it? Yeah, I would go to like Atlantis or something like that. Because the fact of the matter is, or Eden, the Garden of Eden, mythical places that where, there once, it was thought of as an actual place, but may not actually be a place, or isn't a place anymore. Because in a way, that's how you would kind of know if something really does exist. Like, oh, the Garden of Eden. If you can't teleport to the Garden of Eden, that means the Garden of Eden never existed. If you say Atlantis and you don't teleport to Atlantis, or you teleport to the bottom of the ocean, I mean, both equally bad, but then you would know that Atlantis doesn't exist in this current era, but probably did if you did teleport. But yeah, I think it'd be interesting. Or like go to like a civilized planet on the other side of the universe. That'd be cool. Dude, just imagine you could go it says anywhere in the world. So you couldn't go to like another galaxy. But if you were to take out the world aspect of it, just imagine telling whoever, hey, I want to go to some random civilization, preferably peaceful civilization that's well advanced and is friendly, kind, whatever, that's not going to like kill me on sight like we do because we're barbarians. Teleport there and, visit it for like, I don't know, however long I'm allowed to visit. I'd probably stay there for a couple of years. If there's no time limit, I would stay there for 10 years. Learn the language, learn everything about that place, and then return home and talk about my findings. Of course, we're never going to know about it, and people probably won't ever believe me because it'll be in another galaxy somewhere far away in this universe that we're never going to be able to experience in any way. So why not? I would have lived that experience, and in some way, if I could find home, because I imagine their technology would be pretty up there. I would hope, anyways, if they are more advanced than we are, that they have the technology to discover our galaxy and find a way to communicate with us. That would be the coolest way to do first contact with an alien species from the other side of the universe. I think that'd be badass. So yeah, Either way, do you believe in time travel? I want to believe in time travel. I do. It's actually, you know what? I will say time travel exists, and I'll say this because if somebody was to go back in time right now and change something in our history, we wouldn't notice the effects. It would not have happened to us. We would not realize the change because they would end up branching off into another universe, and they would experience the change, but no one else would. So yeah, I do believe in time travel. Do you think that aliens could potentially be humans from the future just traveling back in time for various reasons? No. It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense. Unless it's saying that they were disguised as humans, but I don't think they're aliens are like you and me coming back in time, So, I don't know. I don't think so, but hey, I could be wrong. Would you choose to sleep inside of a coffin? Yeah, why not? If you had to chop off one of your hands or feet to escape from a killer, would you do it? Yeah. I'd have to really make sure. I'd have to really make sure I couldn't get away before I'd have to cut off my hands or feet. Does the sight of blood make you feel squeamish? No. If you knew a doll was haunted, would you buy it? I'd buy it for somebody. I would buy it for somebody, not for myself. I would buy it for somebody else. Would you consider yourself to be superstitious? Probably, yeah. Interesting. I'm only a little stitious. I'm not even sorry. That reference was worth it. Does the thought of being put in a straitjacket make you feel uncomfortable? Yeah. Would you ever walk through a graveyard just for fun? I think I have, actually. Would you try human flesh to see what it tastes like? Only if it's okay. Like if the person who died or whatever offering their human flesh gave consent to that idea, and if it was legal. Yeah. Do you believe in voodoo? I haven't really dealt with voodoo like visually, or I haven't dealt with voodoo in a way in my life to really be interested in it. So I don't know. I'd say no for right now. If I told you that there's a voodoo doll that looks just like you hanging in a tree somewhere near your house, would that make you feel uncomfortable? No, I'd actually be very curious. I'd want to see it. Do you get uncomfortable on Friday the 13th? No, I actually get excited. Do you ever worry that you're being followed? Sometimes. Are you afraid of sharks? No. Inherently I should be, but no. I've never been to the ocean, so I have no need to fear sharks. Humans are more dangerous than any other animal. Do you agree? Yes. Yes, I do. Would you consider yourself to be a dangerous person? No. But I'm sure I'm capable of dangerous things. Would you rather choose the death penalty over living the rest of your life in a cell? No. If I told you that there were 7 secret messages hidden throughout the last 100 or so questions, would you believe me? Probably. Do you believe that you might be in danger from a supernatural force? No, not that I know of. That'd be kind of cool, though. Would you consider yourself to be I'm not even going to finish that question. Would you trust your best friend to be alone with your lover? Yeah, I would. Would you trust yourself to be alone with your best friend, lover? Yeah, I would. In fact, I probably have. If you could leave this life behind and live one of your wildest dreams, never to return this, yes, I would. Now, you're probably wondering what that would be. I've always envisioned myself living in the world of Naruto. I know that's probably weebish and very, nerdy to say, but if I could choose my own reality, it would be the world of Naruto. Just hands down. I would do it all day, every day. So, yeah. Do you have a specific goal in life that you're determined to achieve? I have several. But really, I just want to make the world a better place. That's my specific goal. I want to help people, and I want to show the world that there are not always bad people. There's a lot of good people, and I want to be able to show that. Would you say that you sometimes lack motivation? Yeah, most times. If someone attacked you, would you attack them back? I'd fight them off, if that means anything. Are you sure that the life you're living is real and not just a figment of your imagination? Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. But it's a very vivid dream. So, if you woke up right now and realized that everything you knew of this life was a dream, and your actual life and everyone in it was entirely different, would you be disappointed with that outcome? No. Okay, anything is better than this. So, and I've thought about that sometimes too. If you could win the lottery but would only have 7 years to live, would you take? Yeah. Make the best of it, right? Now for the final and most important question. I want you to really think about this one and answer honestly. Take your time, don't answer too quickly. Really think about it. Well, that's what we're here for. Are you happy? I don't even have to think about that. You know why? Because no, I'm not. I'm not happy. I've never been happy. I haven't been happy in a long time. Even when my son was born. I mean, I was happy in the moment, obviously, and I'm happy to have my child, Obviously, I'm very happy for that. But I haven't been happy, and it's because I just don't feel like I belong here. I don't belong in this life. I feel like I'm not from this world, this dimension, this reality. I feel like I'm not from here. I mean, the only good aspects I can see, and I mean, look, if you're my friends or my family and you're watching this, I want you to understand something. I do care about you. I love you, and I think you're great. But the only good thing that I feel that has ever come out of this life since I've been born was the music. It's the only decent thing that's come out of this world is the music for me living here. Like this band Fallujah and Born of Osiris and a variety of other bands. I think that has been the best thing that's ever come out of this world, being here. And that's what makes me happy, because I can always turn to music. It's like not even gaming. Gaming made me happy temporarily. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy playing video games. That's why I'm still doing it. I don't do it because I don't want to. I do it because I enjoy it. But it doesn't make me happy. Gaming doesn't make me happy. Being with my friends, used to make me happy, but we've gotten older, so I don't really feel happy having friends, Having friends, I just enjoy having my friends. I enjoy having my family, but I'm not happy because of them. I'm not happy because of anything else in this life except for music, and I love it. I think music's really, and it really puts something there in my soul that I can really feel towards. That's why I really enjoy music. That's why, even though I was very reluctant to do reactions, because I love music and I didn't want it to turn it into something that was just dreary and boring, because of course I wanted to do reactions and talk about music, but then it would get to a point to where people would expect more of it from you, and they don't see it as you genuinely enjoying music. They see it as what's your input on this, what's your input on that, and that's all. They don't see your love for it. So that's why I've had a hard time, just even with reactions. But yeah, I love music. I love it so much. And I mean, everyone is kind of the same when it comes to that, if you think about it. You may not like music the way I do. You may not be happy. You may be happy because of your family, or you may be happy because of video games or the job you like. Your job is the defining factor of why you're happy, or your family, or your kids, or your friends. We all have that one thing that is the defining factor of what makes us happy. And everything else is not. And maybe for some people, multiple things are. Multiple things can be the defining factor. But for me, really, it's just, there's only one thing. And I mean, it's sad to say, but it's the one thing I can cling on to the most, So, no, I'm not happy. I'm not. This is all very interesting. I'm going to turn your results into the fear machine and let it decide whether or not it wants to reveal your potential fate. Alright, I will be taking my leave now, but it was nice getting to know you intimately. I will see you soon. Hopefully, not too soon. Are you deaf? I think we have enough information about you. Whether you skipped questions, answered honestly or dishonestly, took loads of time to respond, or answered quickly without reading or understood properly, I've been able to tell. I'm calculating your results. I'm analyzing you very carefully. I'm judging you. Based on what you've told me, let me tell you what I see. Oh dear. I see something. Something's very wrong. Your time is much shorter than most. Your days are marked. Your timeline is set. There's little you can do. But there's still something. A shadow looms over your soul, waiting, patiently, waiting. It's him. He's coming for you. He's coming to take you away. You can feel him when you sleep, can't you? No, I don't think I can. But maybe it's underlying. Maybe it's deep. You can feel his eyes on you as you lay in bed at night. You can feel his breath on your neck as you walk away. You can hear his whispers calling out, but you never know what's real or what isn't. See him hovering above your face as you sleep, a malignant grin from ear to ear. Okay. He watches you so close. He waits for you to come home every time you leave. He's in your home, attached to you, on your back. He won't leave you alone. He wants you. When you're asleep, he will enter your mind. You will see him. He will be there, waiting to take you away, to lure you away into a false sense of security. You cannot trust him. You cannot take his hand. You cannot listen to his words. For if you do, you will not wake up. He will drag your soul off to another realm. He will carry you through the darkness into the void. Your spirit will hang in purgatory, forever lost, forever wandering alone. I feel like I'm already doing that already. So it's not much of a future, is it? It's not too late, however. Though when you sleep, you will see him. You must turn away. You must try your best to awaken. Actually, I do that. If I feel like I'm in a dream that's very uncomfortable, I wake up. Because I'm self-aware in my dreams. For if you wait too long, you will be his, and you will never come back to your body. But he will. Oh, so he'll inhabit my body? He can have it. Fuck this. You must find the object of his power. Something in your home that you feel uneasy about. It may not belong to you. It was brought into your life against your will. Find it and get rid of it. It's your only hope of getting rid of the demon that haunts you. Trust in your gut. You will feel the object is close. You will know exactly what it is when you gaze upon it. Rid yourself of it. Rid yourself of him. It's your only hope in time. It's your only hope in time is not your friend. Your secret word is cursed. Remember this word. This will come in handy. Cursed. Take the secret word that was assigned to you at the end of your session and make sure to let us know. We will be selecting some of you based on your answers to be included in a future project we're currently working on. Don't be afraid. This is an opportunity for you to be a part of history. This is a chance for you to be a part of something greater. Be sure to note your secret word in your contact. We'll also be putting the first 500 players who contact us into the credits of our next installment of the series. We appreciate you taking the time to let us know how you got on. Thank you very much for your support. We hope to see you in the future installments. Thank you for taking the time to answer these questions. I know they've been of some help to you, and if they aren't yet, it will all make sense very soon. Trust me on that. All right. Alright, the horoscope. Okay, so my secret word was cursed. So, I think you guys should spend $2 and play this game yourself and see what word you get. But also, you might learn something about yourself too. So I definitely think it's worth checking out. So with that being said, this was a very thoroughly enjoyable game. I think we've definitely gotten a lot out of me, learned some things about me. So what about you? You know, did you think you learned anything out of me? Did you learn anything about yourself? Let me know in the comments below. And with that being said, I guess if you guys, like I said, if you want to play this yourself, it's on Steam. I'll link it below. You'll have to buy it, but it's worth it, I suppose. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. Drink plenty of water, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.